In this video, we're going to clean up our app a little bit. First of all, by heading to login and removing the console log here that was commented out, that I commented out. Note that from the data object that's returning our me query, we can destructure it and just immediately get the me property that's going to be more convenient in passing our data to our reducer when we dispatch our login user action. And also in our reducer, this is an optional step, but instead of using this action object throughout our reducer, for example, to get action.type or action.payload, note that we can destructure action to get its composite values type and payload. So we can just switch according to the type value and update current user, for example, with payload. This just allows for a slightly more readable, convenient syntax, in my opinion, as compared to always having to read from the action object or provide the name action. And then also back within login, in the event that there's an error, there's a problem with logging in, we also have an on failure prop that receives a function which we'll call on failure as well. So on failure is going to get access to the error object, and here we can just console.error error logging in and pass through the error object. And to set up some error handling in onSuccess, say for example making the request, executing the me query isn't successful, we can set up a try catch here. So we'll try doing all of this, and then we'll catch any errors and just reuse on failure, which will accept the error that we're passing to it here. And then finally, to make our login button look a bit nicer, first of all, I'm going to change the theme of this. So this is the light theme that we're using, but I'm going to use Google's blue color, default blue, by setting the theme prop on Google Login to dark, like so. And then I'm going to use the one class that we have, this root class within styles. So I'll wrap Google Login with a div and give it the class name classes.root, like so. And what that'll do is it'll center it in the page, and I'm going to include some welcome text with the help of this typography component, which I'll uncomment. So this is a material UI component, and typography will accept the text value between the tags of welcome, and the component for it, the element itself, will be an h1, the variant or size will be h3. We'll add the prop gutter bottom to separate it a bit from the button. We'll set text wrap to no wrap with the no wrap prop, and on it I'm going to add a rule on style where the color will be the same color as the button, RGB 66, 133, 244. And if we save, we should see our welcome text right above. And then the very last step is we can move this me query, since we'll be writing a lot of queries and mutations that will need to be executed in our components. We can move this me query as well as future queries that we write in this GraphQL folder. So note that I've created some individual files that correspond where we need to put each bit of code. So we'll move the me query in queries.js, and we can just write export const me query, and then back within login we can remove this, then import the me query from // GraphQL/queries. So this will make our components a bit cleaner, a bit more organized. And if we save both of these files and try logging in, or maybe just refresh, and it might be necessary to console log me, we should get all the same the results of the query.